I've heard of sports fighters, boxing or MMA, who said that they worked so hard to get the belt, but once they get it, then it is hard for them to stay motivated. They lose the inspiration. Being at the top, there is nothing to surpass. Any inspiration that can be lost may not be worthy to hold, or the one holding is not that worthy. Only an art and science can satisfy the body and the mind. Being the best at a face-slapping contest is nothing to be proud of, although I'm sure there is an art and science to it, disproving my earlier sentence as high-sounding garbage. Look at all the so-called great men of the past. Where are they today? Go to a classroom anywhere in the world, and you will find them being forced down the ears of students who don't care. Why do we want to be seen as the best? Why do we fantasize about fame? I believe that for some, the desire for love drives them crazy in a world of casual neglect. Casual neglect can have such loving smiles. Once I'll start talking about me, then I can finally be loved. Love involves giving and receiving. Receiving is worthless in our world. Sitting around with others and talking is wasting time. A stay-at-home parent is worthless. Doing things allows us to make money so that we can give. We give to people we don't know. We live in homes with people we don't know. Only those with money are capable of love. The rest of us can't afford love. We all desire to be received. Receive me, receive me. The cry of the baby never leaves our souls. Some are very hard to receive. Not only the so-called wicked or toxic or bad meanies, but also an innocent whose development has been arrested. When the words coming out of someone's mouth are thoughts they do not own, then giving and receiving become broken, and the baby never gets soothed. Thanks for the drugs, God. It's the one good thing that you've ever done, for it seems you failed us on love. Busyness is not good, unless it's for sex or war. What other circumstances would busyness be good in? Generally though, busyness kills life. Have the decency to shut your mouth, kneel down, and own a thought for once in your life. Sun Tzu would tell us that receiving is power. Hell, Buddha, Jesus, the Torah, Muhammad, I'm guessing, they all tell us to receive. It would make sense for tyrants to attack our receiving power. And thus the baby cries on. Imagine the man with money or the man being cheered by the crowd. Only with intimacy does giving and receiving have any power. And the man who gives and receives the art and science of combat with intimacy has all he needs. Bam, bitch, brought that back in. Oh, poor, pathetic provider. All that you can give ends up as shit in the ground, because all that you have ever received is monotony and misery. Only the most stupid amongst man says that when I grow up I want to work. No, we say, I want to be a robot maker, a spaceman, I want to build or paint. By taking the craft out of man, or intimacy out of the craft, you take away life, soul, dreams, desires. Man pathetically has performance insecurity in the face of robots. What a world for men to be walking around with robotic existential crisis. Now for man to create a biomechanical entity capable of receiving with tenderness and intimacy, that would be something. To be received by something would be nice. Until a computer can own his own thoughts, then you can only simulate friendship. You can only simulate understanding, and the baby will still cry. To give for its own sake is the highest, they say. Only when I'm high is that true. No, seriously, dude, thank you for the drugs, man. It makes me imagine what love feels like. Curse all you who have arrested our development. You have made me so lonely. What have I ever done to you? To give sometimes is the only choice you have. There is warmth in receiving. The receiver has magical powers. Some turn them into gods. Fight for them with a passion that will never be returned. For what receiver allows their child's development to be arrested? Certainly not a receiver of warmth and intimacy. And any giver who is not a receiver is not a man. Workers are not fathers. Workers are not husbands. Receiving an owned thought is a gift. To waste time with another can never be weighed or measured. Who was the jerk who said that time is important? We ought to find him and kill all his descendants. No, that would not be loving. But that man made so many babies cry. There are so many more important things to do than hold that baby in your arms. That baby needs to suck it up, work, and be a man. Stop crying. There is no one to hear you.